was feeling very disappointed with the art that I made in the last spread or two, so I don't know, I felt like sitting down and tackling it now, and I don't know, it felt like such a terrible ending to my sketchbook to create this video. I honestly don't even know what I would have talked about in regards to this spread if I was making it my last sketchbook spread, because I just, no. So anyways, if, I don't know, like sitting down, relaxing, hearing me chat a little bit about struggling in art as I have been for the last week or two, then if that sounds like something you would enjoy, I'm Rory Fluent. Feel free to call me Rory. If you're new around here, hi, hello, how are you? Feel free to let me know in the comments down below. I like to create dope art content and hopefully a chill atmosphere. And if you're not new around here, what is up, my dudes? Let's chat about art. I wanted to do something that I really loved from a past sketchbook, which was, I wanted to tackle the topic of like capybaras. Everyone loves them, the internet loves them, they're adorable, and I don't know, I wanted to draw some capybaras because I was like, I've done it really well before, so I can probably do it well again, and I was wrong. Well, I guess not like entirely wrong, it just feels like I was wrong because I only got like a couple sketches out of this spread that I don't know, I genuinely liked, and in the end, I started experimenting with my line work. I've been watching a lot of Steven Universe lately, and they do this thing sometimes where, like, towards the light, they shift the line work off of the subject just a little bit, and I really loved the way it's looked in Steven Universe, and I don't know, in trying to figure out why, I don't know, I was having such a bad time in the last couple spreads of the sketchbook, I thought, you know what, I might as well experiment and learn and grow a little bit. This is another video where you guys are seeing, me draw a full spread, so from start to finish, you're seeing my sketch process, my painting process, my finalizing process, just the whole 9 yards, and so, I don't know, I always like when I can show you guys this, because it takes a long time, this video unedited is 2 hours for one spread. Now, granted, I was really struggling, but, yeah, like, not cut down and sped up and all of that, it's 2 hours long. I feel like one of the things I was focusing on with the sketchbook spread, or at least like while I was drawing it, was just the fact that I wasn't getting any enjoyment out of drawing these things. And I felt like a lot of pressure on myself because I love this past sketch I did of a capybara. And I did not capture what I wanted to in this spread, so it's something, a subject I'm going to come back to because I do want to make it my own again and make it something that I enjoy and am proud of, and I know I can do that. I think I was really feeling over this sketchbook, which totally happens sometimes, that's super fair. Actually, in the middle of sketching this, I step away for a few moments and my cat has the audacity to spill a cup all over my sketchbook. Now, thank fuck, it was only on the last couple pages, so I was able to rip them out, and kind of it was like a blessing in disguise because I honestly don't know how I was going to get through those last couple spreads, especially after this capybara mess. I don't know, I was not upset about it. Actually, the sketches that you're seeing currently in the video are sketches that end up being removed because my cat spills water all over them and the watercolor started to, the paper started to buckle and get weird with me, and I was like, I am not going to try and paint this saturated paper and fail. It's just not happening. But I love the idea of a capybara pile. I will probably be returning to that because I think that I could have a lot of fun with it, and I think I could have a lot of, fun with the expressions, because that's what I always like about drawing like piles of animals, is the different expressions that you can put on their faces that make me laugh. And that was something this spread just wasn't really accomplishing. I wasn't drawing things that were making me laugh or I was happy to have in my sketchbook. I don't know what I was trying to do. I think I should have set out with a more set goal, and that might have helped me. But sadly, all of these doodles that you're seeing right now do end up being removed from the sketchbook because my cat spills water all over it. You know, it's been a really long time since I've struggled to, I don't know, like draw things that I'm happy with. I feel like this sketchbook has really been a journey in terms of like experimenting and trying to figure out a more complex style that I can, integrate into the style that I already have. And it's been definitely like an explorative sketchbook, if that's a word. And this page just wasn't doing it for me. I wasn't, accomplishing what I wanted to with it, which is why in the line work I end up experimenting. And that does end up giving a lot more value to me in the spread, and I feel like it turns out, a bit better for that. And you can see I'm like drawing birds on the capybaras because I was like, I really enjoy a couple of these bird sketches in this past sketchbook, so let's throw some of those in there and see how I do. And it's just been a really long time since I have struggled with art, and really right now it's with my painting process that I am just really, hurting for, and I don't understand why. I think it's because I've set out to try and have a style that I don't quite have yet, and so that's making the process of getting to that style a little intimidating and overwhelming and disappointing. I'm realizing watching this back, that I've kind of stopped going in with like colored pencil over my sketches, and I think that's because I don't want to dwell on them any more than I have to at the moment. Like, I'm just not happy with them and the way that they're turning out, and so that's an interesting little thing that I've noticed. I'm not really going in with a colored pencil to get rid of that graphite, which is something that personally I do enjoy doing and prefer to do before going in with paint. It definitely feels very draining when the art that you're creating isn't really what you want it to be. I'm not the biggest fan of it. There are a couple sketches, like I've mentioned, that I do end up really liking and appreciating, but I always feel a bit more fulfilled when my entire spreads turn out a particular way, and like all the sketches on this page are evenly spaced. I really feel like I can tell that I wasn't feeling it, and that was kind of just, oozing all over the spread in the last one or two spreads, honestly. Now, I do have, as I mentioned, a couple good ones in there that I'm going to share with you after this, because I want to end the sketchbook on a happier note. And, for me personally, I'm not necessarily, defeated by this or anything, but at the same time, I want to be excited for the things I'm drawing again. So currently, before I start this next sketchbook, I'm actually taking a break, drawing some things in Procreate, creating some Procreate videos about paintings that I'm doing on there, where you actually see my Procreate process and everything like that. And I'm stepping away from the sketchbook until I get some of this art supplies that I'm asking for Christmas, so that maybe coming at this with those pastels I've mentioned in a couple videos, and just a couple other new paints and things like that, maybe being able to throw those at this new sketchbook will help me be inspired to draw, more things in the way that I want to. Currently in the video, though, you can see that I am beginning the process of experimenting with my line work. It's not necessarily sloppy, just overdrawn in a way. I really love it with this bird in the middle of the spread. I really, really like the way that it's emphasizing its wings. I think that turned out really nice. And, I end up going in with some colored pencil and trying to see what happens if I do give it the subject and outline, but then over outline with the ink to see what would happen. And it doesn't work great on all of them, trust me, I know. I was just trying to see what I could do with this spread. I figured, if it's gonna turn out bad anyways, might as well experiment. I really do end up just throwing everything at this spread. We've got gouache, Copic marker, we've got colored pencil, watercolor, new line work techniques, just anything that I can think of to try and help me persist through this fucking spread. This little guy in the middle that's sitting on his butt, looking up at the sky, I like him, he's simple, but he's nice. And I do like the goofy look of the capybara in the bottom of the page, and the one actually sitting and looking towards us. I'm very happy with those two little doodles. That cluster in the middle is very nice. I don't know, we'll have to see, I guess. I don't remember how they turn out when they're done and completed, but as sketches I really, really like them. I think going into this next sketchbook, one of the things that I want to remember to focus on is the fact that I do really like a spread with a nice composition. I want to fill the background more again. I'm planning on creating a video where before I actually start the sketchbook, I talk to you guys about art goals and I don't know, the thought processes that I have going into a new sketchbook, and I wanted to like make a digital collage of the sketches that I really love out of this sketchbook so that I can kind of keep those in mind as I start my art journey in this next one. Collages and mood boards give me a lot of peace, and I enjoy making them. They always, I don't know, they give me a lot of comfort because they give me a direction, and I love the idea of being able to pull together sketches that I love and adore that I've created, and going back to those to make sure that, I don't know, I'm not losing a part of my art that I don't want to. Definitely as I'm watching this inking process, I noticed that it could be very easy to have this line work go very sloppy very quickly. And especially if I'm not keeping in mind what I'm trying to do and trying to accomplish with the exaggerated line work where it's sort of off kilter for part of the subject that's leaning more towards the light. I just definitely feel like it could look sloppy and unintentional very quickly. But I definitely think I want to try and keep it in mind for further illustrations and doodles because, I don't know, I feel like there's definitely something there that I enjoy and I think adds to my art and my doodles. I end up changing a little bit of the subject matter for this second page in the spread, and I add some bushes and like foliage growing on the capybaras, and it definitely, I don't know, like the green helps break up the page a little bit, and I enjoy the color and the subject a little bit more. I do end up liking one particular doodle on this spread. I think it's my favorite, honestly, out of the entire spread, so that's really nice. But I really just wasn't, I don't know, I wasn't vibing with the way everything was set up, and I don't know, there's so much white on the page still, and I don't really understand how that happened, because I felt like I was drawing a bunch of capybaras, but like I wasn't, and yeah, I don't know, I want to just refocus on the clutter that I love in my sketchbook pages, because this did not have any of that. And, you know, it's definitely been a little hard. I feel like the last couple spreads I've had, I've kind of been chatting about the fact that they're not necessarily where I want them to be, but that's why I chose to do this voiceover before. I think I have 2 more videos to create regarding this particular sketchbook, and I just wanted to get this one out of the way so that I could talk about the things that I'm proud of in this sketchbook, because I do have 2 spreads that I really love and enjoyed making, and I think are just really cool spreads to have made. But this one's definitely not one of them, and it's been a little odd, like, talking about it to no one, but also knowing that like there's over 70 of you as of making this voiceover, which is just really cool. I don't really know how I feel about it. It's not like you know, I went into this knowing that art YouTube is a very accepting community and hoping that my voice would be one that people would want to hear from, and, you know, that my art would be something that people would enjoy seeing and enjoying the process of creating. And it's been really, really cool to see that I was correct in that, and to see that I can video edit and create content that people want to enjoy, because I really like making it, and it feels like it gives me a purpose to my art. Like I have to complete this sketchbook because I have people who want to see this sketchbook. And that's really cool. That is so exciting. So hello to the 78 of you I believe there are while I'm filming this. If you're here, you know, or if you're one of those people, let me know, because it's been really fulfilling and really exciting. And I have definitely been lately showing some of my fails, and that's okay. If you're new, I promise that I can make good art. Well, I suppose I should pause right there. It's not that this isn't good art, but I should say that there is art that I've made that I am proud of, and you will get to see that art. Because there really is no such thing as bad art. It's just, I don't know, not where I want it to be right now, but I am learning from it, and that in of itself makes it worth having created. And I definitely have to keep that in mind, and I know there are so many people out there that have to keep that in mind as they're creating. But all of that to say that I do have sketchbook spreads that I am proud of, and I am very stoked to start sharing those instead of ones that I don't like so much. Regarding what's happening currently in the video, I love the little capybara sitting, like, not facing us with the bush growing on his back. I really enjoyed the texture that I was able to get with the colored pencil, and just all in all, that little doodle, I love him. And then the one right next to him, where the capybara is, like, sitting on his belly and the bird is sitting on his nose. I had a lot of fun making that sketch. I'm very proud of that sketch, actually, looking at it, and you can see I'm kind of trying to mimic the different layering tones that I got on the capybara, the below the brown one, that's kind of a yellow color, and he ends up getting a little muddy, but it's okay. And actually, believe it or not, the doodle that looks like a blob that has like green bushes on him and he's just like totally not coming together right now ends up being one of my favorite on the spread. If not my actual favorite. Like, I end up loving him. So I do just want to make it clear and reemphasize, this isn't bad art. I do get good doodles out of this that I do really enjoy, but as a spread, I think I can do better, and I know I can do better. And I am so excited to show you guys what I've done that's better. To me, anyways. With this final doodle actually coming together, which again, you guys are gonna see, I end up really liking this dude. That's, the end of the video. I don't know. As you can probably tell, I'm definitely looking forward to chatting with you guys about sketchbook spreads that I get a lot more enjoyment out of creating. But again, this doodle that you're seeing come to life right now, I really love and enjoy. It's like this overgrown capybara, and I just had a ton of fun figuring out how to fix him, because he was not what I wanted him to be, like, at all. Honestly, at the beginning of starting to paint him, I thought that this spread was a goner. I thought I wasn't going to be able to make anything worth a damn on this spread, and to see that, a sketch and a doodle that I was finding incredibly exhausting and very draining to create and figure out, seeing that actually come to life and turn out in my favor, in a good way, to be able to rescue him was just so exciting. If you've made it this far into the video, thank you so much for sticking around. I really appreciate it. This definitely wasn't one of my best spreads, but I'm very excited to be able to show you guys spreads that I do really like and enjoy out of this sketchbook. As I mentioned, I think there's 2 more left, and then I have been creating some Procreate paintings that I'm either going to talk through as I kind of just show you them, or I do have a couple that I've created in Procreate that I documented the entire process of. And so those will be videos that you can look forward to seeing, and hopefully I'll be able to talk to you in the next one. Bye!